Terrell Thomas, These Urban Times. I'm joined today by our NBA sports insider, Craig Armstrong. Ball night tonight in Queen City, a big game for our Atlanta Hawks, as our Atlanta Hawks come into tonight's game with a record of 34-34, the ninth spot in the East, as they'll be looking on to take the 10th seed on, as they'll be facing LaMelo Ball and the Charlotte Hornets, who come into tonight's game with a record of 34-35. Very crucial game tonight as far as seeding is concerned for the playoff picture and play-in tournament. Now, recently, Trae Young has been on a tear. He has been on a tear. I like to say, I've been telling folks to stay warm. It's been a cold front recently at State Farm Arena. I love when I see the young man performing and get into his bag, and he's making everything chilly up in the building. Over 45 points in his last two games against the Pacers and against the Portland Trailblazers. Maybe not, the top opponents in the NBA, but he was still able to get it done. Get our Hawks to 500 and for the first time all season, so that's a great thing as well. They've been up and down, but we now know that the pressure is on. The playoffs are right around the corner. There's under 14 games remaining in the regular season, and the Hawks have no room for error.
Nope.
It's pretty much impossible for them to jump to the 6th seed, which would guarantee them a playoff spot. They would have to go 12-2 in these final 14 games. I don't really see that happening, but again, it all starts tonight. Tough matchup, Trae versus LaMelo, Hawks versus Hornets. Give us some insight. What do you think about tonight's matchup?
Tonight's matchup is going to be big, like you said, especially for seeding. In terms of the play-in tournament, not as much because 9-10 have to play each other pretty much anyway. So, hey, you got to play. But it does determine.
And one and done.
I'm about to say one and done, but it does determine where you play. And I would much rather than be playing at State Farm than them playing in Charlotte. You're playing up against LaMelo, one of the bright up-and-coming stars of the NBA.
Yes, it is.
And the Hawks, like you said, they don't have any room for error. They have 14 games left, including this one tonight. 6 of those games are against teams over 500. So you can't afford to lose. Well, you can afford to lose a couple of them, like you said, but you have to at least, I would say, in my opinion, go 8-6 over these last 14 games. At least so that way you can stand pat in where you are, give yourself a chance to get John Collins back healthy. You know what I mean? And get into that play-in game, win that, get to the playoffs. Now you win, you might end up having to play the Heat or, maybe even Milwaukee, which if you have to pick between those two, maybe the Heat, I don't want to really see Giannis here no more. Like the way he did to Clint Capella last time they play, I don't want to see that no more. So the Hawks, they just have to stand pat the best you can. Trae, of course, you're going to have to carry the team as you have been doing. Bogey's been pretty good off the bench. And that's what we're going to have to do. We're going to have to see if we can stand pat and do that.
We will certainly need a big offensive closing tonight from Ice Trae. So we'll see what our Hawks are able to do and if they're able to eclipse the 500 record tonight. Tough matchup coming up on Friday night is Ja Morant and the Memphis Grizzlies will be coming to State Farm Arena. So we need this game tonight.
And Ja said he ain't ducking no smoke. He going up the chimney. So that.
Great battles as we get to see Trae Young go up against LaMelo Ball, All-Star, and then we'll get to see Friday Trae Young go up against Ja Morant. Once again, I'm Terrell Thomas, These Urban Times, joined by Mr. Craig Armstrong. We'll see what our Hawks are able to do. Stay tuned to These Urban Times for all your NBA and Atlanta Hawks updates.